And we have water.
For how long?
Who knows? Oh, hi there. You kind of snuck up on me. I didn't see you hanging out there in the bushes. In fact, I hadn't seen your tracks on the trail at all. But I always love spending time with you in the woods. If we haven't met yet, my name's Jared. About 6 months ago, my wife and I moved to our homestead in Alaska. We decided to move up to Alaska so we could get our priorities straight. Spend time with nature, spend time with each other, and spend time on the things that are important. I'm going to go back up a little, see if I can find a place to cross. This is not my strong suit, particularly on wet, slippery surfaces. Yeah, what could go wrong? Nothing comes to mind. Yeah, it's squishy. Today I've got about a half a dozen things I could be doing on the homestead. But it's a nice sunny day, and so that begged for a hike. Normally, I would have just buckled down and worked on the things that I had to get done. In our last episode, I realized I'd just been surviving rather than thriving. Glad that was solid. It's taken me like 15 minutes to get from there to here. So one of the things I promised myself I'd do more is spend time out in the woods. Today I'm following a local stream down to the ocean. The beautiful thing about where streams meet the ocean is usually there's a nice clear spot. The trees are so thick here it's hard to find sun. So I figured this would be a great hike, and I'd get a little sun, something I've been needing. Growing up in the desert, I haven't had a lot of experience with the ocean. One of the things that always amazed me is how different the tidal areas can be, based on whether the tide is in or out. Right now the tide's in and it's moving all the river ice around. I'm glad you like hanging out in the wild and lonely places as much as I do. We're just going to follow the river a little bit till we get to the ocean. Once the sun goes down, we'll hoof it back to the homestead. Tomorrow, we'll get on about the things that need doing. But today, we're just going to enjoy Alaska. Coldest night so far. Today's another bitter cold day. It's so cold. I just got this water from the creek about 3 minutes ago. It's already getting ice crystals forming on top. Now that I'm reinvigorated by yesterday's hike, I can't wait to get to my homestead chores. I've been looking forward to it all morning. It has been over 7 days without running water now. And my wife's being a trooper, but she can only put up with so much for so long. So the goal today is to try and get some running water to the house. It won't be potable, but at least it'd be running for dishes and showers and stuff. So I have these barrels that unfortunately have water in them that I put in there so they wouldn't blow away. But now it's frozen. They had molasses in them, so they're perfectly good to use for drinking water. So once I get the ice thawed out, then I will bring it into the house. And I have a pump, and so I should just be able to hook that pump right up and should be good to go. That's the theory anyways. just discovered something super sad. It's gonna make me cry a little bit. My sodas froze after a long day. I love myself a LaCroix. Let's see how many casualties we have. Maybe just the one. That one's frozen, but not exploded. See how many more things we can fit into this cramped space. But one pump's gonna go right there. Down in the barrel. So in my mind, here's how this works. The main line shut off there. The line from the barrel is open here, but can't go down the main line. So it can only go into the cabin. Then this gets hooked up to my pump. When I'm not using it, I can pull it out and then hook it back up to the drain. I'll put together, electrical in place, water not tightened. Some to give us a little weight and a little standoff. I boiled them for 5 or 10 minutes just to make sure they were reasonable. Getting you water. Huh? You'll see. Wait till it works before you appreciate it. But yeah, turn the sink on, and then this switch right here is the pump. So go ahead and push it now. Make sure that we're going the right direction. Okay, turn it off for a sec. Turn it off. Thank you. I'll probably have to prime it, I'm guessing. Okay, try it now. Okay. Okay, turn it. There we are. Okay. And we have water.
For how long?
Who knows? It's hot? Okay. Well, there we are. We now have water. Makes me happy that it actually worked. I wasn't exactly sure that it would. Until we get more heat on the porch, we're going to have to winterize it, but that's okay. At least there's running water. Definitely have not gotten better, but we're going to keep working on that. Still having water leakage issues from condensation, so I think we're going to put a fan in up here and see if that works any better. Oh, well, interesting. My wires are right there. So that's part of your problem right there for sure. So So I can definitely feel air coming out of there from the other fan. What I'm gonna do is just put that fitting on for today and put a little bit of hose so water can't get in there, and just see if that dries it out with the hole I've already got. May as well get as much of this water out of there as I can. Let's see if I can do it without cutting my fingers all up. Make it a little drier down there for a minute anyways. So that's the whole 8-foot roll, because right now I don't want to cut it till I know how well this works. So I'm just going to leave it like that for now. And just like that, the ceiling dripping issues pretty much went away. So the floor of our cabin has been frigid. There's probably a 30 to 40 degree difference between the floor and the rest of the cabin. If you're not wearing slippers, it's almost unbearable. A few years ago I came across a video by a guy named Boss of the Swamp. He talked about insulating his cabin floor with bubble wrap and what a difference it made. Most of the comments talked about the R value of bubble wrap and how it wouldn't work, but he swore that it did. A couple years ago I bought some bubble wrap for the cabin, but never got around to putting it on. But our electric heater's been running almost non-stop, and my toes have almost frozen off. So we're going to give it a shot. I already spent the money, so we may as well see if we can warm up our cabin at least a little bit. It looks pretty warm under here, I know, but it's about 20 degrees, and there's a little bit of a breeze. It's a perfect evening for a project. When you put the board in the wrong place, you get to redo it. Shoot. I don't have quite the oomph to hold it up. Well, I'm just gonna have to get the oomph. Now maybe. That was way harder than it should have been. Now. Okay. That was considerably easier. Okay. Let go. And one more. So when you mismeasure, you redo things again and again. And I consistently mismeasure, so I'm redoing things. But this time, I think we got her. Okay. Whew. Shouldn't be this tough. It really should not be this tough. Caught up on that string over there. Not hard to solve, just more crawling. Be a little smarter than we were on the last one. It's tough for me to get to be anything that resembles smart, but I have these things called clamps that like actually hold stuff like where they need to be, kind of. And then, like, you tighten them a little bit, and suddenly, pretty close to center. There. What? Huh? Weird. Worked on all the other ones. Stripped it out. That's what happened. Stripped it out. Back with another socket. Hopefully this one lasts longer than the last one. Okay. So far so good. That should keep everything from going anywhere sideways. This part should be interesting because I have to line up holes I can't see. Do it that way. But turns out it is not. Okay, I did find one. It was pretty dark the other night when I finished up with this. So here's what it looks like now. And it actually makes a pretty big difference, I gotta say. Like, the floor is still cold, but like before I have to wear some type of slippers or something because the floor is just too cold. And now it's actually not that bad. So I think that was a win. There really shouldn't be that much R value in there, but I think it's just the fact that everything, that you don't have air blowing under there constantly, is what makes the difference. And then this side's not quite as neat because what I ended up doing was just stapling this to the back side of the board, and so I didn't get it exactly right. That definitely has made a big difference, so we're gonna go with it. Well, 2 weeks of freezing temperatures did what I couldn't do with just the fan. Got rid of a lot of that moisture. We'll see what happens if it comes back. I think part of it, like, there's a lot of the roof that still has it, like over there, but this area where I have the plexiglass cracked open, it's actually dried pretty good. So I think probably what I'm gonna have to do is take all of that down and just put up like a window mesh or something so that air can circulate but stuff can't get in. This has been a week of so many wins, and I'm so thankful. Thanks for everybody out there that's been rooting for me. I know it's made a big difference. In the next episode, things start to warm up a little bit, and I give a new piece of equipment a shot, with mixed results.